In the previous video we have seen how we can create variables in Solidity. Now there is also one more thing which is related to variables, which is called the state of the variables. By default, when we create a string variable called my name and just created it, it is actually the state of this variable is actually internal, which means it cannot be accessed within this contract. So that's what the internal means. So for example, let me just comment out all these and I'll give you an example right now. Create a function, and this is public. Or you can also make it public is actually for others to see what this is, and I will also be explaining public down the line, but for now we are only checking internal function. So yeah, after this one we are returning my name from here. Okay, so that's how this is accessed over here. And also I'm going to change my name over here, which is a new name. So now this function would give the name as my name, and now that should do it. Okay, so now I'm going to explain again what would happen. So we actually because I need to give a returns function over here, and also the the data type of that thing. So it's like I've created a variable called my name, and that is my name Sprinix, and now function get name will get the name over here when I call this function. And this is internal. I don't want it internal, I want to make it public, and returns the string memory, and my name is equal to my new name, and to return my name. So Control S. This is come by finished successfully. Now if you go over here and just deploy it in the semicolon, we can see get name. If we just input name is hello and get name, just click okay, transact, and where's the terminal over here? Yeah, if we take the terminal over here, we can see the string name is hello. So that's how we got the hello stuff over here. Now if we make this is actually internal, that's why we are not getting this one. Now if we make it public, just make this public, the public, yes, save the file. And now if we deploy it, now the new contract, now we are also now able to get the value of my name, which is my name Sprinix, because at first the value of my name was internal, so it cannot be accessed outside. So that's why the issue was there. So now when you make public, we are able to access it. Now we can also change it, which is hello world, just typing something and then get name, and now the name has changed. Now if you call it, it's my name. So that's how this thing works. When we make it public, we are able to access it outside of the smart contract, and when it is when you don't specify any state, it's actually internal, and we can only access it within the smart contract. Same function, different functions in the same contract can access the internal variable, just that it cannot be accessed outside the contract. Now let's see if what happens when we make something external. String external hello equal to how are you. So no, that's not what I meant. Now let's take a new function get a external string memory and ext var, and this is external, and this also should returns, and I would like to return a number, so that would be uint and memory, no need to save it, and yeah, that's it. if we go over here, okay, so memory returns, so what's the error here? Okay, so no need to need the memory stuff, and we can just return, let's say 7. Let's return 7 over here, so that should solve the issue. And now just set the code and then we will deploy it. If we go over here, we can get external, which if we look at the console, we will be getting debug output as 7. Now that's nice. Now we can also change it 8 and transact. Now if you go over here, the value is 8, the external var is 18. So now what does, isn't it same as that one? The difference between this and the other one is actually I cannot get this external variable and use it over here. For the demonstration, I'm going to use this function above, and I'm going to call it get ext. This is going to call the function, and value equal to uint value equal to get external. Now you see there is an error because this is an external function, and external functions can only be called outside of the contract. It cannot be called in inside the contract. Now if we change the external, let's say to something public, then the issue is solved. Okay, like this should also, wait, let me show one thing. Just put an argument over here, and this should be external, and I have put in a value over here, passed in a value over here. So what's the issue? Declaration get access is not yet visible at this point. Okay, this is because it is not, it's external. Now if you make it public and just put this over here, see, errors get resolved. This actually is a warning because there's infinite gas over here. So there is one more data type which is called private. So the difference between the private and internals are almost same, just that the difference between private and internal is that internal can be accessed from derived contracts. If you use this contract as a dependency, then we can able to get this. If we use the contracts can also be like dependencies for other programs. Like if you call a contract from one file to another, like a dependency, like an import statement, then you can use the internal function, internal variable / functions in the imported contract. But private, that's not possible. Like if I create a contract, a private variable over here, and create a new contract, and test2, that's contract name, and creating function over here, and okay, this is actually, so I had to create a new function. So this is a contract called test2, and I'm importing random variables contract from here, and I'm just creating a function which will just return this thing. Now I am also going to create something called another function which is called function. This I'm going to call a private var, and just going to copy and paste the same stuff over here. So just copy paste, and just Ctrl V over here, and that's done. Now what I need to do is called string, okay, and private variable equal to private var. No, I'm actually need to take this one, private language. So private variable is actually language, and I'm going to return private variable. Now issue with this thing, let's just put these semicolons over here and just save it. Now this will get an error because what's this one? Oh yeah, forgot to close the brackets. Oh yeah, semicolon errors. That's it. See, now this is, you can see the error over here, which is called, undeclared identifier language, because it's unable to access the language variable. That's why we are getting error. Now if we cross this and then again compile it, now there is no error. And if we go to the deployment section and just deploy our smart contract over here, which is the fourth one, and we can able to get this get data. Okay, which is one? Just deploy it. Yeah, the fifth one, this one. Let's get name and get data. Okay, so what's it? Okay, variables, that's all. So I need to deploy the second contract, which is this one. So yeah, test2 is deployed, and we are able to get the both these functions and also the get data function. If you call the get data function, hello and get data transact, now we will be able to access the variable, and this will be working. So is it working? Yeah, it's working. So yeah, that's it, how you can access these things. So you can also change it, or you can also return, instead of just my my name, that was the variable, right? If we and again deploy it. Okay, now this is not the test. I need to deploy the second one, which is test, and we go test over here, and we click on get data, which is, I don't need this thing, just changing a few more things and just making sure this works. Okay, fine. Yeah, don't need that one. And let me just deploy it again. Deploy, and yeah, no, I'm deploying the wrong contract actually. So test deploy, that's it. If you go to test, we are able to get data. If you click this, then if we take our terminal, then we would be able to see, my name is Prank. So that's all the shebang of this one. So that's it. I hope you understood it. I was thinking a bit rambly, but I will go through it again for clarification. So the private variable state can only be accessed within the contract. Now the internal variable can only access within the contract, but can be accessed if it is imported to another contract. If one contract is imported to another contract, then the internal variables are shareable. Then there is public, which can be accessed anywhere, and there is external variable, which can be only accessed externally and not within the contract. So that's it. I hope you find this video helpful, and do follow me for more videos.